The broadcast is live.
Welcome to Expertise Talk. I'm your host, V. Renee, and on Expertise Talk, we wage war on confusion so that intimacy can come in with ease. Now, we have a very special several guests in the building, okay? We have Mr. Bill Russell, we have Mr. Jay Bradley, and Mr. Seven, the poet.
Hey,
These gentlemen are very distinguished and extremely opinionated, but more importantly, they're educated men who can articulate the thoughts of successful men. And you ladies know we've got questions, right? So, men, first question: who has more to gain from marriage? Mr. Russell?
I think that
Men or
and,
women?
and,
Who has more to gain?
I think it has to be a situation where you feel like, you have to feel like you gain the most, and the person has to feel they gain the most, whether it is or it is not. The perception of what you gain is where it lies. In that, now you go into a marriage, you want to make sure that where you're trying to go, this person has a like-minded mindset, that he's trying to go to the same place that you're trying to go. So now your synergy, when two becomes three, where your energy becomes a multitasking situation where you're working toward the same objective, everybody gains the same amount. The winner is your own perception in your own head of how you feel about it. Whether it is, guess what? If I'm giving 20, but my 20 is adequate to me based on what I thought I wanted out of the relationship, I can survive with that. So it says at 50-50, that's hard. That's a hard number to acquire and know that that's what it is. So everybody what they gives feels like it more than it really is. My problems that I have with me are this small, but to you they may be this big, and vice versa. Your problems to you are this small, but to me they may be this big. So how I measure that, can I live with that this big that you're presenting, is what determines if we're given the same amount.
Okay, awesome. Awesome feedback. Guys, did you have anything to add to that?
where I am, what I've witnessed is, and this is, I'm just speaking from this stage and this point in my life.
Right.
It's often said that women stay in the game more. Men in society are measured by our assets, what we have, what we can attain. The woman usually benefits from those things. Yeah, she may bring some of those things to the table too, as far as finances and other material things. But in general, men feel like women gain more from marriage than we do. I don't think that men process what women actually bring to the table, because just because it's not a tangible thing that you can touch or feel. I think that marriage helps men when it allows us to slow down. It allows us to focus. It allows us some reserve and some pullback. And I think that is paramount when trying to achieve a different level of goals. So it could be balanced. It depends on the perspective. But right now, you know how people say, well, I bring the table to the table. Well, I looked at that and I thought about that. What you bring to the table? And I was like, well, I got 3 living room suits. So,
Right. Right. Well, to piggyback.
I kind of have a similar perspective,
Sorry, go ahead.
man. I feel like it's really depends on the relationship, right? And what I've noticed in my past successes and failures in relationships is that it's all about the communication of what you bring up front. And so if a lot of people always go to finances, right? Who's paying the bills? And if the man is paying all the bills and she doesn't have to do this and do that, well, it's what you communicate up front. So if it's 50-50 or if it's 70-30, in my past marriage, like I took care of everything, but yet, my wife took care of making sure my daughter was taken care of and I was able to go to work. And that's where we were in that stage. And then later on, it may change. I've got a good friend of mine, man. He's, alpha male, but his wife is the one working right now and he's staying at home and taking care of their 2 kids. And they communicated in their relationship. So as far as who can gain or who benefits the most, I really feel like it should be a equal balance, and it's based on communication.
Yeah.
And again, and the quality of that, again, going to be based on what that person brings being acceptable to you. What that person bringing to the table being acceptable to you. It may, one female you date, you may require a little bit more than the other females, just in a different category. The category where they bring the most has to be acceptable to you, has to fit your needs. So if it's whether it be she bringing more money in than you, or she being the person that take care of the family, make sure the family holds together. I mean, you got to come home and be refreshed. What you don't want, I don't care how much money she makes, is come home and have a problem that's nagging and fussing and squandering and thumping her chest on the fact she makes more money than you. She has to be able to make more money than you and be able to realize what you're bringing to the table offsets what she's making money. You have to be able to bring more money to the table, what she brings to the table offsets what you making money. Change goes based on what Jay just said is the communication part. But equally as important is that you got that person's upside and downside has to be acceptable to you, not to nobody else, but you.
Right. Okay, so that brings me to my next point, gentlemen. Those are great answers. Power couple. A lot of women have sort of dubbed the term alpha female, right? And I think that it's birthed out of the idea that they want to engage or be in a power couple. But there's a misconception to that. Would you agree or not agree? And if so, why not? So the question is,
I have a question.
yeah.
I have a question.
I just want to be clear. Was the question clear?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I never hear men say the term power couple. I only hear women say it, right? And so, you know, like, we're intentional with our words. I don't think men are looking for that as much as women are. Based on, when's the last time, fellas, y'all tell me if I'm wrong on this, please let me know. But it's not a term that I hear coming out of men's mouth. I don't think that that's something as important to us.
Right.
Peace is more important than anything in the house to me.
I concur with Jay. I've never heard a man say, "Oh man, I want to be a power couple." I've never. Y'all can correct me. I've never heard a man say, "Oh boy, I can't wait to get married." Never heard that at a Super Bowl party or in the locker room ever. You know what I'm saying? These things, I don't want to say that they're ideals that women carry.
That's possible.
But I just, like Jay said, I've never heard a man say it. And this is the thing about that power couple thing. Most of the time, first off, let me say this to all the women listening. Stop looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce. You are not Beyonce, babe. And I'm definitely not Jay. I'm not. So stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some other things that come along with that power couple paradigm, man. Listen. If you're a power couple, a lot of times you're in the spotlight, and we all know what too much external attention can do to a relationship. You know, like Jay said, you know, we speak intentionally. You ought to be spoke something into existence that you're really not ready for. It looked good in the video, but this is the thing: when y'all beefing, and that money on the table, and we talking about divorce and all that, nobody's going to pop in and say, "Okay, cut. Can I get lights and cameras over?" It's not a video. It's real life. Y'all be saying, "I want to pop." Man, make sure that's what you want, because a lot of y'all can't handle it.
Well, I say, be who you seek. I mean, the type of person that you seek, make sure you're that person. I mean, so if you're that person that you're looking for that has a certain amount of power, as you see, I differ from you guys when you say the power couple thing in somewhat. I want a partner that's pulling the wagon like I'm pulling the wagon. I give you a story that I tell all the time. A man went to the market to buy 2 oxen, and the guy said, "Man, I got 2 of the strongest oxen you've ever seen in your life." She bring the oxen out, man. I mean, they was powerful, they were strong. He looked at their teeth, the man inspected their teeth. Their teeth was awesome. He looked at their knees. One had of having scratches on his knees, the other didn't have a blemish. He said, "Man, do you have any more?" That's what he means, do I have any more? These are the strongest oxen in the world. He said, "I got one more step. They're the same price." He said, "Let me see them." He checked their teeth were there, warm, but they were there. He checked their knees, their knees were scarred up. He said, give me this set. He said, I don't understand why. Why you want this set? This is a stronger set. He said, because when the load got heavy, they both went down together and they both their knees were scarred. So you want a partner that if you're seeking to obtain a certain level in life, and you want a man that's at that level, make sure you're pointing in that direction yourself. What a man don't want is dead weight. He don't want a person that's coming to the table, doesn't bring nothing to the table but some sex. If you want to be a power couple, make sure you're exuding some power in your process. And the mistake most women make that have some success is they lead with their success. They come into the conversation, and first thing they want to make sure that you know is that they're, I got this going on, I got that going on. Well, if a man has already got it going on, he really ain't concerned about hearing that. He'll be able to see it. I'll be able to see what you got in the process. When I peel back your onion, I'll be able to see that there's something there other than your job. So if you got a great job and a bad demeanor, and you scar from all the relationships you've gone into, your power doesn't mean anything. So when you have it, talking a power couple means a person that's like-minded, has the same mindset, and they can pull together and become one. I say the word synergy over and over because here's why. If I got 1,000 horsepower boat, twin engine boat, this size 1,000 and that size 1,000, if I tune it just right, it's a 3,000 horsepower boat. That's where synergy comes in. When our engines working towards the same objective for the same mission. So yeah, I've used the word power couple before, but I use it as a teammate more than I do the word power couple. I guess that's a female word, power couple, but I'm looking for a person that I'm trying to get to a certain place in life. I'm trying to let my latter years be better than my former years. And so, and then I want to live in a great lifestyle while I'm doing it. I'm not interested in dialing my lifestyle back to carry you forward so I can have the same objective. I'm going to have a high level lifestyle, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If you, I don't know, at some point in the process, we've done this together, you decide you want to lay it down, we planned it out right, lay it on down. I'm not looking for a person that I make $1 million, you make 50, we get divorced, we divide it 50-50. Wait a minute, you put in 5%. I put in 10%. So if you come into the table not equal, it has to be the same. It has to be a position where you are striving to always improve on you to help our relationship grow. You're always striving. You're always striving to improve on you to help our relationship grow. Don't work on me. Don't try to fix me. Fix you, and we'll be fine.
So I totally respect that. That is actually I think a lot of women are setting out to do that and grow themselves and get well educated, and I do agree that a lot of us try to lead with our pedigree or our power, which is probably the wrong thing to do. But once you decide, let's get past that. Let's say you find somebody and you're interested in that person, right? You're completely interested in her. She's sparked your attention. What can she do to maintain it? Is there a level of submissiveness that you think women are missing? Like, yeah, Jay.
I really feel like these conversations with men talking about their experiences and what they really want are the things that some women may need. And I say that because y'all think at different stages in life, a man wants different things. When I was, what does it say? The Bible says, when I was a child, I behaved as a child, and I think as a child, right? So as we grow up and as we mature and as we have different levels of success in business, and more importantly, in relationships and fatherhood and things like that, having this is cool. Trust me, we're still men. I see it, right? But having peace at home is more important to me right now, right? So if at the end of the day, you worried about getting all kinds of stuff nipped and tucked and sucked and all that type of stuff, but you can't help me with some peace at home, baby, you should have stopped at the doctor and went to the therapist.
Right. That's fair.
He said a mouthful. I mean, when you listen to Mr. Russell talk, he's talking about acknowledging the differences and ups and downs, but maintaining a steady level of growth. And to us, to men, that's peace. What Jay is talking about, man, that is peace. A lot of that stuff, like you said, y'all going to get nipped and tucked and up and out. We don't even care about that. You know, women are unhappy with their situations. We not a power couple. This here don't sit like it used to because I had a couple babies. Man, we don't care about that. Just allow me peace when I get home. Allow me the space to be able to process getting us, inclusive of you, to the next level. It's not really about submission. You know, like I heard something, I learned a lesson a long time ago. I heard a lady say, when women talk, they don't necessarily want an answer. They just want to be heard.
Right.
To me, and I still think it's a bit psychotic, you just talking for nothing. So we just kind of, but okay, cool. That's y'all. That's what y'all need. So we listen. But I wonder, do women ever stop to try to process our wiring, men? Because our wiring is problem equals solution. Period.
Simple as that.
If there's a problem, let's address it. But you don't want me to address the problem. You want me to just listen to you go over the problem. And because I am a leader, my household, a leader in the community, man, it is like scratching nails across a chalkboard to sit there and just listen to somebody go over and over and over and over the problem. We're not talking about any solutions. I just wonder, you know, when women, it's not about submission, when women are going to try to process our wiring.
Well, I mean, I guess as you get a little older, a few more birthdays under your belt, you're not gonna be able to fix that issue right there. You're gonna have to make some adjustments in your process. I mean,
just give up on it.
So that's not something you're gonna be able to fix. You got to decide in your mind, how am I gonna deal with it? Here's the best way to deal with it. I understand.
Yeah, baby, Mr. Rosa say abandon that campaign. Okay.
Right. It's all required, baby. I'm saying. Grab a hand, holding a hand, look in the face. So, oh, baby, I can't believe that.
Abandon the campaign.
I said, okay. And then you ask the question, was all she finished? Baby, you need me to do anything? No, I'm just good. I said, okay, you good? Okay, but you can't. But you ain't been prevent them from them to be able to say they gotta say. You're trying to change the whole female character. You ain't gonna be able to change that. Man. I said you got to be able to make that adjustment. Let me ask you a question. If somebody throw you a fastball, the next pitch ain't gonna be no fastball. It's gonna be a curveball. So I'm saying, so you have to be able to make that adjustment and say, okay, here come a girl. Okay, she just want to hear me, have me listen. So you sit there, you hold her hand. You say, baby, are you good? You good? Can you say, you all right? You straight? All right, baby. It's going to be all right. Boom, boom, boom. Now watch the game now.
What'd you say, Jay?
But you're not going to be able to take the woman and say, man, don't. The cardboard, I mean, you're not going to be able to do that. You got to be able to, sometimes you got to be able to adjust to the process situation. There's some things about, let me tell you something. There's some things about you that you're not going to change, Seven or Jay. There's some things about you that some people don't even, a woman may not even see it as being good. But there's some things about, let's say I got 10 bad things about me. I'm going to tell my spouse, look, man, I got 10 bad things about me. 7 of them are changeable. 3 of these, they ain't going nowhere. This is the base of my character. I ain't changing. You being willing to listen or not listen, that's one of her 3. You're gonna have to listen to some stuff that has no direction to it. It doesn't require a solution. The solution is, I heard you, baby. Are you okay?
What'd you say, Jay Bradley?
I just want to see if we can get a clock on the process. Can we get a 30-minute? Go ahead and talk, baby. Time starts now.
No.
And then because what's gonna happen is
you can't get no clock. Let me say something about you. Here's you don't realize, like I said earlier, you have your stuff she feels the same way about. Remember I said earlier, my faults are this big to me. and this being to you, her faults are this being to her, and she feel like this little thing, you listen to me, you see it as being this big. You can't listen to me as this big to her. I can assure you, you have your own things that you think ain't nothing, that she sees as being a problem, that she has to go along with and get along with. It's the same exchange. You have to be willing to let that be a part of the process. You have to develop a system for yourself how to deal with that thing you cannot change. It is coming your way. It's coming to a field near you real soon.
So here's what I figured out. Is like I said, in the beginning, you have to have this communication. So if you establish a 30-minute clock in the beginning of the relationship,
brother,
please
okay,
so let me
are you left-handed? Jay,
I gotta come to the defense of women.
Jay, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Jay trying to get us to get on the clock. I can't.
Jay, are you left-handed or right-handed? Take that rubber hand on it. Slap yourself aside of here.
Right now.
Listen. Jay said,
I'm gonna tell you fellas, listen, women, you guys know this, especially women of color endure a lot. Okay. We're in the rat race with you. We still bear kids. We're still expected to raise the kids properly. We're still expected to maintain our looks. I know Seven said that doesn't matter, but we do know in fact that it does. And so there are things that matter probably less to y'all, that we put a lot of, we major in, but at the end of the day, we're expected to do a lot. And so when you become our person, we do need somewhere to unload some of that stuff. Now, maybe we should just write in a journal and meditate, and that would help some. But once you become our person, just know that when she's feeling vulnerable and there aren't a lot of safe places for her to fall apart, you are it. You are it, and she's gonna ride or die for you. So you're gonna have to sit there and listen without a stop clock.
That's fine, but wait a minute, hold on. Watch this up. You said some key things. I want you to just sprinkle a little 7 and J on it. Check.
Okay, sure.
I said it is like nails across the chalkboard. So after I said listening, and we're not talking about a solution. It's like when the nails across the chalkboard. So inside of me, you can't see me having a nervous breakdown. You can't see me just twisting and stuff, but I'm losing it on the inside. Jay said after 30 minutes, his neck started to knot up. So now we got physical manifestations of this stress. It's killing. Y'all don't know how it make us feel. And watch this up. Watch this up. If I get undressed and leave my clothes on the floor, she gonna be upset. If I spill something in the kitchen and leave it there, she gonna be upset. But Renee said, when I come apart, I just need you to be there. No, when you come apart, I feel the need to put you back together. Right. We want to clean up. We expect it to clean up. We expect it to keep it together. So when you come apart, I'm gonna try to keep you together. And I get, you know what? And Mr. Russell gave us the answer to the keep you together. That's when we hug you and say,
comfort.
Man, here's the way to do it. Jay, let me show you how your neck don't hurt and you don't click. Get in the laying position, lay in the bed or sofa. Let her lay on your chest and say all she gotta say. Then just let us lay. You may even doze off, but just lay there and let's say all she gotta say.
Doze off.
And bruh,
definitely gonna doze.
I'm definitely gonna doze off.
What I'm telling you is that.
You may doze off.
What I'm telling you is that little item, you do that little item, it can change everything for you. You cannot take a woman and she want to talk to you about issues and say you don't want to hear it because you clicking. You have to sit down and listen to what they have to say. It's part of the process. It's part of the deal. It goes with the deal.
I do want to hear it up to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Up to 30. I'm dedicating. I'm talking about eye contact. And I'll do the
engage.
You all in there. You engaged. Okay.
Man, when we get to 29.9, I'm out. Hit the clock.
Ladies,
let's do this.
I don't know if we can rain our.
Let's do this. We'll give Jay a recess. You say, we'll say when she started
You're
talking,
punished right now.
you just say, hold, baby, do me a favor, baby. Hold that thought. I'm gonna walk to the refrigerator, get you a glass of wine, then come back, give her one, you one. Okay, baby, what were you saying now? And say,
there you go. You get a little recess. So you get the reset.
Get a little recess.
You go get the glass of wine.
Hold that thought for a second.
Yeah. Take
get
a
a
deep
glass
breath,
of wine,
Jay.
give her a glass of wine, take a glass
Go
of
get the
wine.
wine. Then you're the hero.
So now, reset. So now so your neck won't hurt.
And
there you go.
That's good idea.
Come back
That's a
to
good
the-
idea.
So Mr. Russell, you got marriage counseling under your belt now too?
I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a long time.
Why you on the show?
Hey,
Listen. Okay,
check
so
this
one more
out.
question.
Check this out. Here's a good way to do it.
I got one more burning question, and then we can wrap it up,
Here's a good way
guys.
to do it.
Okay, y'all ready?
Buy a little small gift as your stash. This be your breaker. So in the middle of all that stuff, when you get to your limit, say, baby, guess what? I'm gonna make your day better. It don't have to be nothing big. Look what I bought you. If you start, you know what I'm saying, that'll change the whole tempo of everything. You might even
we do like it.
the whole tempo.
We do like thoughtful gifts too.
I know people.
Okay, so check it. One more thing. Now, this is a question that I was asked, so I got to ask it from my audience, okay?
Okay.
When a man meets a woman and she's attractive and all that, but he knows for whatever reason she's not the one. She ain't it. But she fine. Or she cute. Or there's something sexy about her. So you have sex with her anyway. You engage in a relational situation with her anyway. Now, I know before you go there that she's accountable for what she does for her body. She's not being forced and all that jazz. But on your end, why do you proceed when you already know you're not about to, there's no longevity? Why?
You about to get a really good answer from Seven and myself. I see the look in his eye when he get the head tilting this way. It's about to. He's bubbling inside.
Okay.
First of all, both people make a decision where they're going to go in whatever type of relationship is.
True.
And like I said before, I'm really big on communication up front. I will tell you, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Well, I don't.
Sure.
As much as beautiful as you are, I don't have the energy or the bandwidth right now to proceed in a relationship type of situation. And we can maybe proceed in a situationship type of situation. And give that person the other option. First of all, I've had women come up to me, and I won't say what platform, but yada yada, and I'll say, hey, sweetheart, you are beautiful. You know, right now I don't have the space to give it. Oh, boy, I wasn't trying to be a girlfriend. I just want to get down. So let's not put it just on the men, because women out there just as alpha, because that's an alpha move, right? And you're assuming that the alpha responsibility only lies within the man. However, you just said there's all these alpha women out here that know exactly what they want. And I've had alpha women come up to me and say, hey, you know, after conversation, you know, when I'm digging you, so forth, so on. And they'll set the parameters of, hey, can we just woo. Should I be offended?
So you women are killing us. The alpha women with all the masculine energy, you're killing us, okay?
No.
Can you stop?
Let him go. Go ahead, Seven. Go ahead, Mr. Sammy. Go ahead.
Everybody is responsible for what they do, but I'm gonna stand where you pose the question. Where men are concerned, yeah, we all gonna proceed. Everybody grown. If that's what I'm feeling at the moment, that's what I'm going to do. But I will say this: in my life cycle, where growth is concerned, now I find it is saying no has more valuable than the unexpected emotional charge that may come from the unknown. Yeah, you find we done did it, and now I find out that your emotions are directly connected to your female parts. And now I got to deal with some stuff I didn't even know was there. It is just easier for me to say no and govern myself up front and just turn that down. Because some of y'all women don't really know what they want. Well, you know, all women are kind of crazy, and there is some truth to that. So it is best to just avoid that, you know, and just stay away from y'all with that, man. You know, now every player gonna have his night. It might be some nights I slip up. You know what I mean? But hey, man, look here. When I slip like that, there are certain checks and balances is in place, and Jay spoke on that. It's clear communication. Hey, so you know this is gonna be A, B, and C.
Just
You know, because I don't want no. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Don't be coming up to my job. I'll be coming up to yours. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be clear about stuff out front. Yeah, y'all messing it up, Renee. Y'all.
well,
okay.
well, let me
Okay.
say, haven't
Wait.
been a man who's going through all those cycles you just described to come to the job and dealt with all those issues you just done. I have seen them all.
So wait,
I share
Dad.
that every single person, every woman you meet, ain't the one for you. And whether you pursue that situation or not, it all depends on what stage of your process that you're in. I mean, from 20 on to a certain age, man, she finna get the. I'm gonna show her my skill set. I'm gonna show her that. I'm gonna show. I mean, man, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna make her to my PR person. I'm gonna try to make her. She can go out and tell folks.
I'm gonna show my skill set. Oh boy, it's the weekend.
I'm getting some jewels from Papa Russell, man. I'm getting some jewels.
Hey, yeah, straight up.
I said, after a certain,
So you
after
want this
some
skill
point,
set? That's
after
what you
the
want.
skill set it out,
No,
after
wait a
the skill
minute.
set it out,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
saying,
That
after you,
hold
if
up.
I may, I'm saying, but at some point in your process, at some point in your process, you're gonna pass on the deal because you don't know because you're looking for something totally different. There's gonna be a place where, hey man, you're collecting trophies. They call it notching your belt, whatever you want to call it, man. There's some place in the process, and it's gonna be an easy kill. You're gonna move in that direction. Then as you get along in your process, I'm gonna say it ain't based on age. It's when you're trying to go with your perspective. I mean, often men up to about 40, I mean, they really are really not great. I'm not paintbrushing everybody. I'm doing based on percentages. Up to about 40, men really not that great catches them from marriage. From 45 to maybe like 40, 45, they're shopping from a different perspective. They've got some success under their belt now. 40, 45, now they got a whole other, another perspective from a female side. From a female side, our male side, I guess, continue to work on you. I'm telling you all, I gotta tell my kids all the time.
I was about to ask that.
What you deal with at one stage of your life, she ain't gonna qualify at the next stage. She may even qualify at the next stage of your life. Now, when I get to be a certain age, I'm looking for somebody that's looking down the path I'm looking for. In my earlier years, I'm looking for fine. I mean, I'm saying, and then after some point, the substance started kicking in. But early on in a man's life, he's really not looking for substance that much. Now, I'm saying early on, earlier in his process, not so much his age, early on in his process. You can be 50 and 60 and 70 and still ain't ready to settle. I'm saying, so the thing is, don't present to that person like you're trying to sell it. At some point in the process, like Jay said earlier, make it clear where you're trying to go. Now, very few men gonna make it clear before. They usually make it after. I mean, a few men go up front and say, you know something? Let's gonna hit you.
Please don't wait
We ain't
till
gonna be nothing. Most men gonna go, okay, I'm gonna hit you, then I'm gonna call the ID you after that. You caught me too much. I mean, so, but the key to this process is that know what process you're in and make your decision based on where you are in your process. I mean, drama can come anywhere in the process. I'm saying, but make sure do you. Like I say, be the person you seek. I mean, a lot of people want you to work on you while they're dating you. They want you to be perfect. When they meet you, they want you perfect. They want you ready to go, sign up, perfect. You got the right job, you got the right car, you got the right house, but they want you to give them time to develop. Wait a minute. You want me to be perfect, but you want me to have understanding, give you time to develop. Be the person you seek. If I'm in developmental stage, you meet somebody in developmental stage, get some clear understanding where they're trying to go. If it sounds like they're doing, not just talking, they're doing the things they're talking about doing. If I met 7, if I met you 7 and you were saying, man, one day I'm gonna be a poet, and I'm telling you, baby, I'm trying to be a poet, And I met you 5 years later. You say, man, one day I'm gonna be a poet. Like,
Right.
now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I met you, Jay. You say, man, I know something. I'm gonna do some. I want to get my real estate license. I met you 7 years later. Say, how your real estate coming? Right? I haven't got the license yet. I'm gonna get my. That person ain't doing what they say they're trying to do.
Right.
The person actually, they may not be where they're trying to go yet, but they process. They're working on. It's
They're working on it.
I want trying to build.
I want to say this directly to the ladies. Ladies, I want y'all to slow down for a minute and really examine the man's process. Examine men. Listen, y'all often tell men, man, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. You ain't as young as you used to be. You can't rooster like you used to. You want to know why you have to say that? Because we still moving fast. In our heads, we are timers. We do have the time to move. We acknowledge time, but we don't really feel like time's against us. That's a female thing. My clock is ticking. Lady, you're gonna have to give us some time. Let me show you why. When a man is sound about his investment, when he's clear about the potential return or his investment is way more solid. I say that to say this. I have never been more confident than I am right now that I could be a husband. When I was younger, I could hear the girls talking about being a husband. I want a husband. I want this. I want that. And I was like, ooh, all the bills. I got to pay everything. I don't know if this one. I had questions about myself. It wasn't even about them. I see women who try to chase men until he catch them. I'm gonna say that again. I see women chasing men until he catch her. You just keep putting yourself in position for him. Man, slow down. Let me invite you to the date. I got some other stuff going on. You know what I mean? And you want me to just stop and let the sun rise and set on you. Mama, I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. My question, I realized I said, because I had, you know, like Papa Russell said, man, I was looking for fine. I had questions to myself. V, are you gonna stay if she get cancer? Are you gonna be able to go through a terminal illness with this woman if you say for better or for worse? V, what if something happens and you're left with her kids and the kids that y'all have together? Are you still gonna be able to be them big grown man questions that some of us are not ready to answer yet? So to the ladies, you slow down. Give us some time, man. And you might find what you want.
Hey, you gentlemen are giving us a lot of nuggets. These ladies
Well,
really
here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can tell you, Renee. I can tell Seven and say, as you get older, that process you have to process, you just talked about you'll learn to process it faster. People sometimes be out there playing, doing what they got to do, but they ain't learning. When you're doing, I lost something.
Oh no, he's there. Go ahead.
I said, people out there playing and they're not learning anything from what they're trying to do. You need to learn what you don't. Your process for deciding if a person is adequate or not should get faster as you get older. It shouldn't take you as long to make the decision that this person is a real person. Sam, you said something I talk to my kids about oftentimes, is selecting a mate. I'm 6'3", 225, pretty good shape, blah, 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 blah. What if I was in a wheelchair? Would she stay? Would she be? We just had the conversation the other day, Renee. Would that person be a diehard? Would that person stay? You gotta look. That's what you gotta decide. Sometimes you can gauge that based on how they handle their parents or their children. A nurturing, caring person. Are they along for the ride for what you can provide? Let me say it one time. Are they along for the ride what you can provide? But if you fell by the wayside, will they stand by your side? You use that, Seven. You can go ahead and use that. Are they along for the ride what you can provide? If you fell by the wayside, will they still be by your side?
Okay.
And that's the key to a relationship. That's the whole relationship in a nutshell. When things got tough, what would they do?
Will they go down on their knees together
Wait,
like the strong
wait,
oxygen.
Lord Jesus. Listen, that was awesome closing comments. Y'all are funny. I would like the people to know how to get in contact with each of you. So I'll start with Jay and then go to 7 and go up to Mr. Russell. So can you guys let people know if they need a home or to invest, or if they need some spoken word poetry, or maybe about a poetry night, or if they need a vehicle? Like, you guys have some great resources to offer. So can you tell us how to get in touch with you?
So Equinox Realty Group is on this side. There you go. That's my company, real estate company, right here in Houston, right off of Post Oak in the Galleria area. Been 20 years in the business and as a real estate broker, loving what we do. We have a great team. As far as, and of course we do investments like Mr. Russell, as far as we just did a gym out in off of Third Ward on Emancipation. But at J Brad on Instagram, JAYBRAD. And then it's the same on the website, www.jbrad.com. And man, I appreciate these brothers, man. Each one of y'all, I could not write down my notes, so I'm going to have to play this back. And because Seven and Miss Russell giving game that I can use to be a better husband at some point.
At some point. Did you see how you said that? Man. 7 the poet here, educator, poet, extraordinary, entertainer. I'm not sure no more. I do it all. So whatever you need, just hit me up. You know what I mean? SE, the number 7, ENTHEPOET. I'm Googleable.
Googleable. Or they all are Googleable. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm Googleable. I'm Bill Russell. I'm in Houston College, and I've been on the comments a long time. But more equally important, I think that, I mean, if you call me for car business, I can appreciate that. But there are a lot of people out there that have lots of challenges and issues. You're upstairs, you're upstairs. Renee's upstairs, I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
My daughter. I mean, so I've been very fortunate in this process. God's been good to me beyond recognition. But I think that I just ask people to continue to work on yourself. I admire these 2 young men right here. I've been knowing them a long time, and I've watched them, where they were to where they are, build their own empire, work toward that objective. Work on yourself. Continue to get better at yourself. Downtime in between relationships, don't jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. Stop doing your downtime. Look at where you are and where you're trying to be, and continue to work on yourself. I can assure you that if you date where you're trying to go and where you are, you'll be better off. So work on you. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. If you take care of yourself first, if you're on a plane and the air pressure goes down, you got your 4-year-old son, what do they tell you to do? Put the mask on you first. Work on you. I mean, if I work on me, I'm entitled to a better person, because I'm a better person.
Wow.
I'm entitled to a better person because now I'm a better person.
I like
so
that.
If you're having trouble with relationships and you find yourself dating the same guy over and over, take a break and look at you and say, something? I want to be an XYZ. Go enroll in that and go become that. Go start working on that. Guess what? Mr. Right or Mr. Right or Miss Right, they'll see you. They may be right where you are. That vehicle you use to work on you, they probably sitting at that vehicle waiting on you. Work on you to improve you. As a man or woman thinking, so are they.
So are they.
Amen. This concludes Expertise Talk. We look forward to seeing you again. Like it, share it, make a few comments. Contact these men. Ask them some questions. Don't ask.
I give my number. I give my number. Call me at 832-723-0882.
Oh, you just on World Wide Web like that?
723-0882. I mean, again, I'm not doing it from professional space. There are folks out there who really need someone to talk to you about their situation. So going through something like that right now, sound our voices that are dealing with situations that one of us may have some information on.
Sure.
And so I want to make sure that I make myself available for those who need some information about how to grow their business, how to make some money, how to build their wealth, how to build their foundation. I mean, how to start, how to launch what they're trying to do. I can give them that information. 832-723-0882. That's me, Bill
Okay.
Russell. Your Houston
Awesome.
caller.
Thank you for joining us on Expertise Talk with V. Renee. Signing off saying, toodles.